What is up, everybody? My name is Logan Strome. Welcome to CTF Sharon Talks Football. Today we're not going to do a tier list or power rankings or anything like that. Soon I'll do a power rankings. I know I'm way overdue, but the Pro Bowl games just started recently, and I just wanted to get something off my chest, and I'm going to give you my reasons of why the Pro Bowl sucks. I hope I'm not alone on this one, but I feel like the Pro Bowl has been dog shit for like the last 3 seasons, and it's just been going downhill year after year. So it's not going to be like a rant video like it was with that Chiefs and Bills game. It's just going to be like a little bit of debriefing of why I think the Pro Bowl has been underwhelming and what they could do to be better again. So let's not waste any more time. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, turn on notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos whenever I post. Went all the way, let's get started. So before we really get into it, I wanted to basically explain what a Pro Bowl is so people know where I'm getting at here. So a Pro Bowl is basically where a player and excels well in the season to where it gets put into their resume and their career. So basically, for example, Patrick Mahomes. He's a 6-time Pro Bowler. He actually didn't make the Pro Bowl this season, but like in general, he's gotten it 6 times. He's basically, as the fans voted, top 3 in the AFC, to where it gets put into his career, and it basically helps him, give him a chance in the Hall of Fame. And then you see somebody like Brock Bowers, which their first season, but it's also their first Pro Bowl. So basically, in their resume of their career, it will say they're a one-time Pro Bowler for now. But if, say, he wins the Pro Bowl the next 2 seasons, he'll be a 3-time Pro Bowler. It just keeps adding on. Which leads me to one big point here of I have to ask. Like, with how stale the Pro Bowl has been lately, do you think it's going to, like, leave a kind of a mark on players that have been to the Pro Bowl multiple times versus the players that's their first time? Before I get to anything more, I'm going to show you what the Pro Bowl used to be like. Back then, the Pro Bowl was actually really special. Like, it was something really cool and entertaining to watch. It was basically all the best players, other than the ones that made the Super Bowl, going against each other in an actual football game, whether they're not, like, fully tackling or not. Like, I would most recommend them tackling because it's football. But basically, they're going against each other and see which side of the NFL is better. This was so much better at the time because not only did it feel more rewarding to the player to making it to the Pro Bowl, like, I mean, there's still the games at the start. Like, I don't have a problem with that, but like, this as a whole, like, I think this was more rewarding because not only did it feel rewarding for the players to make it, and it just gave them like more of an effort to want to make it, but it was also more fun for the fans because, especially for the young fans, because it's basically all the best players in the league going at each other, and it was just so fun to watch. It was such a good, cool experience. But now they're doing this flag football bullshit where basically they don't tackle at all. They don't even have like gear or uniforms on other than the shirt style jerseys they have on. And they basically just do flag football, which could honestly lead you more to injury than playing an actual football game. This was such a huge demotion to the Pro Bowl name because, for one, it's extremely boring to watch and it just basically took all the fun out of the Pro Bowl. And 2, it leaves out so many positions that used to play in the big Pro Bowl game. Like, nowadays it's only like QBs, like basically skill positions. QBs, running backs, wide receivers, and like random defensive players. You don't see linemen in here anymore, which was a huge knock to like what made the Pro Bowl so special because it had every single player included, and it was the players that were like the best at their position. Like I said before, I have no issues with those Pro Bowl mini games at the start. Like, they had that back in the beginning. It was a lot fun to watch. I wish they could bring back some of the old mini games they used to have back in the day. But the ones they still have in are fine. I have nothing against them. But if that's the main attraction of the Pro Bowl, basically, it's just not worth it to watch or even mention. Which leads me to my next point, and that point is location. Back in the good Pro Bowl days, the Pro Bowl used to take place in the beautiful state of Hawaii. The Pro Bowl games used to take place in either the stadium or like some other grass area, like on some practice field. That's where the Pro Bowl games will be at. Then the actual big football game at the end would take place in the stadium. I loved that the Pro Bowl was in Hawaii because not only was it rewarding to the players for making it to the Pro Bowl because it's basically a vacation in Hawaii, and who doesn't love going to Hawaii? But also it's a great reward to the fans who have been watching these players the whole season because to those that actually go to the Pro Bowl, they can actually go to Hawaii, and not only is it a vacation to the players, but it's a vacation to the fans because, again, who doesn't want to go to Hawaii? In 2020, the Pro Bowl took place in Vegas, but I'll give that one a slide because that was the COVID year, especially in Hawaii. COVID was just extremely bad in Hawaii. So, like, I will give that one a chance. I'll just give that one a slide. But it's after what makes me a little upset. Ever since that 2020 season, after, like, COVID was all gone and everything was back to normal, they decided to do this at some random location. Either it's in Vegas or Orlando. And they do Pro Bowl games in some practice facility, and then they have a flag football game at the end, which is extremely, extremely disappointing to the people that have gone to the previous Pro Bowls before. Like, what kind of enjoyment is this? Like, other than kids getting autographs from their favorite players, like, what kind of enjoyment is this? You're basically in a practice facility watching these players playing random games. Like, there's nothing special about it. The location alone basically just brings down the Pro Bowl name because back when the Pro Bowl was in Hawaii, it made it so special to the players and the fans to go because that's just the area that no other team or fan will watch football at. And teams like aren't used to playing in Hawaii because obviously there's not an NFL team there. I know there's not an NFL team in Orlando, but there's 3 Florida teams, dude. And then in Vegas, there's the Raiders. Like, it just doesn't make it special at all because almost all the players in the league are already used to playing in these areas, while in Hawaii, no player is, which makes it special. That's like if next season they hosted the Pro Bowl at SoFi Stadium in LA. Like, almost every player has played there multiple times. Like, it would just not be anything special. Which leads me to my last point about this whole, like, debriefing here. And it's the fact that so many players either opt out of the Pro Bowl or are not even doing it. Like, this is just an example. Like, if you look at the left, these are the 3 quarterbacks that were selected in the Pro Bowl before the Pro Bowl even started. Like, the first one, we've got Josh Allen, highly deserved. Lamar, highly deserved. Joe Burrow, highly deserved. 3 of the best AFC quarterbacks in the AFC this season. Yes, even better than Mahomes. If you don't agree, fight me. And then it leads us to when we are actually in the Pro Bowl, where I get it when players are in the Super Bowl. That's a good pass. But there's also those players that don't do it, either because they're injured, which makes sense. But also there's players out there that just don't do it because they're salty still about their playoff loss. Or maybe it's the fact that they think the Pro Bowl is boring now. I mean, we don't know that for sure, but that's just like a guess we can make, honestly. But when you look at the right side, these are the QBs that are in the Pro Bowl games right now. We've got Joe Burrow, who ended up actually going. The second one was Russell Wilson, which I still question because Justin Herbert was better, but maybe he's one of those players that just did not want to do it, which I would get, but at the same time, that just proves my point. And then the last one was Drake May, which is a very weird pick, in my opinion. I mean, he was an impressive rookie, especially for the team he was on, but I wouldn't say he's a Pro Bowler by any means at all. I mean, if after like the next 2 seasons, I could see it. Like, I could completely see it. Like, when he can get talent and he can get an offensive line to play behind, I could see him making the Pro Bowl easily. But if you're going by this season, like, I do not agree at all. I feel like Aaron Rodgers would have been a better fit than Drake May, but at the same time, whoever sees Aaron Rodgers at the Pro Bowl, like, you already know how he is. This basically proves my point. Like, I know this will never change because there are the players that are either injured or in the Super Bowl, and I get it if players can have a choice if they want to do it or not, but it just proves the point of questioning, are they doing it because they just feel like they're going to have fun somewhere else because of the Pro Bowl not being fun at all? Or is it just because the players are just trying to be independent? Like, I don't know. That was just a little bonus one I added in there. Like, that could really contradict on what I'm trying to prove. But I was just, like, really curious because I've seen so many players that made the Pro Bowl that aren't in the Pro Bowl games or the flag football game at the end. And it just makes me wonder if they're doing it because they're injured or in the Super Bowl. Like, that's beyond the point, but I wonder, it just makes me wonder if they're doing it just because they just don't like the Pro Bowl at all. And that basically sums up the whole thing. Like, the Pro Bowl now is just such a dog shit representation of what the Pro Bowl used to be. Like, the Pro Bowl used to be special. It used to be fun. It used to be entertaining to watch. And it used to be fun to see, like, on social media, watching, like, the players play the games, playing, like, the actual football game at the end, and watching the fans enjoy it. While nowadays, it's just so bland and just has no flavor at all because they're playing in locations that they are already used to playing in. And when they're already in the games and like the setting is just so bland. Like flag football, dude, seriously? I hope the Pro Bowl goes back to how it used to be back in the day, but I completely doubt it. Like the NFL is just so bland now. I don't think they'll ever change. I know I just finished that whole thing, but I wanted to get to one last thing before I end this video. And this is mostly a question I'm getting a lot from my friends and family. And it's just the fact that, am I going to watch the Super Bowl this year? And to answer that, yeah, I probably will. I know I just made a whole ranting video about the Super Bowl and the teams, like on Monday. Basically how the games were rigged and how nobody cares about the game, how nobody's going to watch it, including myself. But honestly, it's the Super Bowl. Like, you already know people are going to watch it. Like, I'm going to watch it. It's the last game of the season. I might as well get it over with. It might not be fun to watch, but let's just hope for something, right? So yes, I will probably watch the Super Bowl, and I will probably have more to say when I do a reaction video when the Super Bowl is over. But yeah, that was it. That was me giving you my reasons of why the Pro Bowl sucks and basically answering that question at the end. I know this was a shorter video, but I wanted to do something a little different, and I had this on my mind for a while, and I just wanted to get it out now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down below on if you agree on any of my points of the Pro Bowl, and let me know down below on what you would change in the Pro Bowl and what you would bring back. I would love to know. In the meantime, that is where I'm going to be done for today. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, turn on notification bells so you don't miss any of my videos whenever I post. I'm Logan Sharon. I'll see you next time.